Chapter 1. The Forgotten Gospel of Energy, a Sacred Invitation. What if everything you've ever been taught about who you are? What if everything you've believed about reality, about effort, about achievement was incomplete? What if the missing piece isn't out there in the world, but hidden deep inside you, in the vibrational field of your own consciousness? This is not just a meditation, not a book, not a video. This is a transmission, a vibrational remembrance of something ancient, something sacred, something that has been calling you back, lifetime after lifetime. And now, you've heard the call. Take a breath. Let your body settle. Let your thoughts drift like clouds in an open sky. Because from this moment on, you are stepping into a sacred current of energy, one whispered across centuries, buried beneath dogma, lost in time, and now, rising again through your awakening. Long before the scriptures, long before science, there were the emerald tablets, carved not on stone, but into the energetic memory of humanity. At their center, Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great, the keeper of hidden laws, the master of vibration, frequency, and divine correspondence. His words shaped temples, philosophies, and civilizations, only to be silenced, distorted, or forgotten. But energy never dies. It waits. It resonates. It returns. And today, it returns through you. This journey is not a reading. It is a recalibration, a remembering of what your soul already knows, that you are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, folded into form, vibrating into flesh, awakening into memory. You're not a name, not a title, not a role. You're a frequency. Your thoughts vibrate. Your emotions vibrate. Even your silence carries a signature felt across dimensions. And here's the forgotten gospel. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are, what you vibrate. This is not superstition. It is the foundation of Hermetic science, of quantum awareness, of the spiritual mechanics of reality. When your frequency is dissonant, life reflects chaos. When your frequency is coherent, life aligns in harmony. So the question is not, how do I get what I want? The question is, how do I become a frequency of what I truly desire? Let's begin with the breath. Right now, wherever you are, inhale slowly through the nose. Feel the breath as energy, not just air. Hold it. Let it vibrate. And now exhale, letting go of all urgency, all doubt, all resistance. Again, inhale presence. Hold peace. Exhale noise. You are entering sacred space. The space of the ancient current, where sound, geometry, and conscious thought once wove galaxies into being. Hermes called this the realm of the all, the infinite mind, the divine vibration, the field in which all things are created, moved, and transformed. So stay in this rhythm. Allow the sacred frequency of these words to move through you, not just as information, but as activation. With each word, your energy shifts. With each pause, your nervous system rewires. With each breath, your field attunes to something older than time, and yet more relevant than ever. Because you are ready. You wouldn't be here if your energy hadn't already said yes. And so we begin with the first law, the law that Hermes placed above all others. The law that governs every manifestation, every cycle, every reality. The law of mentalism. Reality is mind. The universe is thought. And your vibration begins there. Let's now dive deeper. Let us remember what was never truly forgotten. Chapter 2, The Law of Mentalism. Reality is mind. Everything begins in mind. This is the first principle, the foundation of all Hermetic wisdom. The all is mind. The universe is mental. Not metaphor, not theory, but the literal nature of reality. A reality not made of atoms, but of awareness. Not built from matter, but from vibration consciousness. This is the first law of energy. Your outer world is not separate from your inner world. It is born from it. You're not observing life from a distance. You are projecting it from the inside out. Imagine your mind as a frequency generator. Each belief, each emotion, each image you hold sends out a signal. That signal ripples into the energetic fabric of the universe. And the universe? It responds with absolute precision. Not to your wishes, not to your words, but to your energetic consistency. This is why intentions fail when beliefs are chaotic. Why effort collapses when thoughts contradict desire. Because the universe does not hear what you say. It hears what you are vibrating. Hermes taught that all is mind, because all emerges from the infinite intelligence. A formless, boundless consciousness that contains every possibility, every pattern, every parallel timeline. He called it the all. The all is not a being. It is not a god in the sky. It is not distant from you. It is you. You are a fractal of this all, a wave within this ocean of divine intelligence. And just as a wave affects the entire sea, your thoughts shape the entire field around you. This is not philosophy. It is spiritual physics. So let's go deeper. What are you perceiving right now? Are you interpreting life through fear or faith? Through contraction or expansion? Because your perception is vibration, and your vibration sets your reality's tone. The thoughts you repeat become your energetic home, not because they're true, but because they're consistent. And the universe, being vibrationally neutral, will always reflect your most repeated frequency, not your highest desire. So we ask again, what are you vibrating? Take a moment, breathe in deeply, and imagine a mirror in front of you, not made of glass, but of pure energy. This mirror reflects your most dominant vibration. It does not lie. It shows you what you send out daily through thought, emotion, and inner narrative. Ask yourself, what patterns do I see repeating in my life? What do those patterns say about my core vibration? What beliefs am I unconsciously transmitting? This is the sacred mirror. It is not here to judge. It is here to help you remember. You're the cause. You're the frequency. The first step to mastering this law is not to control every thought. That's impossible. The path is alignment. To begin noticing the quality of your inner narrative and gently shifting it to match the vibration of who you are becoming. Let's begin simple. You are the mind. You are not the noise. You are the field, not the signal. Just repeating that creates space between you and the chaos. A breath of stillness where transformation begins. Modern science is just beginning to echo what Hermes knew, that the observer affects the observed, that consciousness collapses potential into form, that energy responds to focus. In quantum terms, your attention is a tool of creation. In spiritual terms, your vibration is your message to the cosmos. So the more coherent your thoughts become, the more unified your inner world is with your desired outer reality, the faster the field rearranges itself to mirror you. This is not luck. It's law, the law of mentalism. Now we enter the sacred work, to become aware of the subconscious beliefs that are misaligned with the life you say you desire. Are you carrying the vibration of lack while dreaming of abundance? Are you holding the frequency of fear while asking for peace? Then the invitation is this: shift the signal, change the vibration, and reality must follow. Because reality is not outside of you. It is a living projection of your vibrational identity. So now we remember. We remember what Hermes taught in whispers to those ready to receive. All that was once a thought, and all thought is energy, and all energy responds to the mind of the all. This means you are not here to chase reality. You are here to shape it through your vibration, with clarity, with intention, with presence. And as your thoughts begin to align with your truth, as your inner field becomes coherent and consistent, you will not need to force your future. It will be drawn to you as naturally as breath, as effortlessly as light. Because what you vibrate, you become, and what you become, you attract. Now, with this foundation laid, we move from the unseen to the felt, from the mental to the rhythmic. Because once thought begins the current, it is the vibration that moves it through your life. Let us now explore the second great law, the law of vibration, and feel the truth rise, not only in mind, but in body, in breath, in being. Chapter 3, the law of vibration, the pulse of creation. You are not solid. You are not still. You are vibration. Even now, as you sit or lie still, your atoms are dancing. Your cells are singing. Your heart is beating a rhythm that began before you were born. And that rhythm is not random. It is aligned with a field of infinite motion, a cosmic frequency that holds everything together. From the orbit of galaxies to the whisper of your breath, all is vibration. This is the second Hermetic Principle, the law that follows the mind and flows through matter. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. Hermes understood what science would later confirm, that behind all physical form is motion, and behind motion a frequency, a pattern of energetic resonance that gives shape to what we see, feel, and live. That chair you're sitting in? Vibrating. The air around you? Vibrating. The thoughts in your mind? Also vibrating subtly, but just as powerfully. But here is the sacred truth. You don't just emit vibration. You are made of vibration. You are a living instrument in the symphony of the universe. And your life plays the song of your current frequency. When your vibration is coherent, your thoughts, emotions, and actions resonate in harmony. You feel calm, aligned, magnetic. When your vibration is chaotic, scattered, reactive, conflicting, you feel anxious, lost, stuck. Yet most people try to change their lives without ever tuning their frequency. They try to fix the external while ignoring the internal rhythm creating it. But Hermes knew, you don't change the song by yelling at the speakers. You change the music by adjusting the frequency at its source. And that source is you. Here is where the vibration becomes personal, because feeling is the truest measure of frequency. Thoughts can lie, words can hide, but vibration, you feel it. When you walk into a room and sense tension, that's frequency. When someone smiles but feels off, that's frequency. When your body tightens, your breath shortens, and life feels heavy, that's frequency. In your emotional state, it's not random. It's a signal telling you what station your life is currently tuned to. Let's tune in now. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Take a slow, deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Again, inhale presence. Hold grace. Exhale resistance. Now bring your awareness to the center of your chest, your heart center. Imagine it pulsing with light, sound, and vibration. Ask yourself gently, what am I feeling right now? What is the quality of this frequency? Is it dense or light? Contracted or open? No need to judge it. Just observe. You're not trying to fix it. You're learning to hear your vibration. This is the first step to mastery. Awareness of your frequency in the now. Hermes taught that sound is a sacred carrier of energy, that certain tones, syllables, and chants can realign the body, mind, and spirit. This was not poetry. It was spiritual technology. Even now, spiritual traditions around the world use mantras in Sanskrit, chants in Gregorian tones, frequencies like 432 Hz or 528 Hz, instruments like Tibetan bowls, gongs, or native flutes, not to entertain the mind, but to tune the soul. So now, as you listen to the vibration behind these words, know that you are being tuned, not just informed, but realigned. Repeat softly, out loud, or in your mind. I'm a vibration of peace. I am the vibration of clarity. I am the vibration of divine flow. My energy is coherent, radiant, magnetic. I create through the rhythm of my being. Say it again, slowly, deliberately. Let the sound vibrate inside your chest, in your bones, in your breath. Feel the difference, not in theory, but in embodiment. Now let us go deeper. Every emotion is a frequency. Love is high. Gratitude is high. Joy is expansive. Fear is low. Shame is heavy. Anger is dense. And yet, none of them are wrong. All are part of the vibrational spectrum of being human. The key is not to escape low frequencies. It is to transmute them. Hermes called this the art of alchemy, turning lead into gold, not by rejecting the heavy, but by elevating its frequency. So when sadness arises, breathe into it. When fear speaks, hold it in awareness. And ask, what is this trying to show me about my vibration? This is not bypassing. It is deep, radical transformation. It is vibrational maturity. Vibrational mastery is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice, a moment in the morning to breathe consciously, a mantra repeated before sleep, a pause before reacting to return to coherence, a song, a tone, a sacred silence that retunes the entire field. Each choice, each breath, each word you speak is a vibration, and your life becomes the echo of those vibrations. So now you remember, you're not simply experiencing energy. You are energy. You are vibration wrapped in skin. Consciousness dancing as matter. Light slowed down into form. And just like a sacred instrument, when you are in tune, life begins to play through you. The right people show up. The path unfolds. Synchronicity becomes normal because you've stopped forcing reality and started vibrating it into being. And now, with your mind and your frequency aligned, we turn to the sacred texts, the forgotten gospel of Hermes, not written in ink, but encoded in energy, passed not through language, but through vibration. Let us now receive the ancient voice, the Evangelion of energy, a message carried across dimensions, now ready to be heard again by you. Chapter 4, The Forgotten Gospel, Hermetic Verses of Vibration. Now that the mind is clear, now that the field is tuned, we open the gate to the ancient current, the forgotten gospel of energy, a voice that once spoke in mystery temples, beneath stars, within pyramids, now whispering again into the sanctuary of your own awareness. These are not just words. They are codes, spoken across dimensions. Awakening memory, not logic. Let them wash over you. Let them bypass the intellect and enter the soul. In the beginning, there was no sound, only frequency. And from that frequency came form. And from form came forgetting. You were not born into this world. You were born of it. A pulse of energy folded into skin. A vibration learning its name. I have seen suns rise behind suns. I have watched thought become time. And in all things, the same principle repeats. What you hold within becomes what you walk through. The sacred flame is not in the temple. It is in your chest. The altar is not made of stone. It is your breath. Do not seek ascension in the sky. Seek coherence in your field. For even the stars obey frequency, and the soul sings in silence before it speaks. Many will speak of light, but few know how to hold it. Light burns the unready, but purifies the aligned. Every belief is a spell. Every thought, a thread in the fabric of your timeline. You're not caught in fate. You're writing it right now with the quill of your vibration. There is no enemy but resistance. No devil but dissonance. No savior but alignment. And you're the frequency you've been waiting for. Let these verses rest in your being. Don't try to understand them. Let them activate what you already carry. Because the truth doesn't need to be learned. It needs to be remembered. The initiate does not memorize knowledge. The initiate vibrates it. For the mysteries are not taught. They are revealed in the silence between thoughts. The language of the universe is not words. It is resonance. And when you are in resonance, you speak to the stars. The voice of the all said to me, "Child of the rhythm, if you wish to see the unseen, then become still. If you wish to master your world, then master your inner field, not by control, but by remembrance. For your true self never left. Only the noise grew louder. And when you return to stillness, you will hear it again, the sacred hum beneath all creation, the tone of truth, the song that sings even when all else is silent. That song is you. That vibration is your home. That frequency is your purpose. These are not verses to analyze. They are seeds, and each time you return to them, they awaken a little more. Let them live in your silence. Let them echo in your breath. And above all, let them remind you, you are not here to be saved. You are here to resonate. And now, having received the voice of energy, we return to daily practice, because vibration is not only to be felt in meditation, it is to be lived. Let us now anchor these truths into movement, into ritual, into the sacred simplicity of everyday life. We continue with Chapter 5, Daily Alignment, Rituals of Coherence and Frequency. Chapter 5, Daily Alignment, Rituals of Coherence and Frequency. You've heard the call. You've remembered the truth. You felt the ancient current awaken in you again. Now, the work is to live it, because vibration is not a one-time shift. It is a moment-by-moment choice, a sacred rhythm you return to each day, not perfectly, but consciously. And it is through simple ritual, through daily acts of coherence, that you hold the frequency that shapes your world. Hermes taught that energy flows where intention is ritualized, that a thought, when anchored in repeated action, becomes a magnetic field, a force of coherence that speaks louder than words, outlasts motivation, and reprograms reality from the inside out. So we do not seek complexity. We seek presence, not performance, but vibrational consistency. Here are the rituals that tune the instrument of your being, that align the body, the breath, the mind, and the field. Ritual 1. Morning frequency reset, 5 to 10 minutes. Start each morning not by looking outward, but by tuning inward, before checking your phone, before stepping into the world. Step into your own energy. Here's how. 1. Sit upright in silence. Let your spine become an antenna. 2. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through the mouth for 6 to 8 seconds. 3. Visualize light entering your body with the breath. A golden, soft light, vibrating gently like a hum. 4. Say a mantra aloud or silently. I align with the highest frequency available to me now. Repeat this for 5 minutes. No expectation, no effort, just resonance. This simple act sets your tone for the entire day. Ritual 2. Vibrational check-ins throughout the day. Life will pull you off center. That's normal. What matters is that you notice it and recenter. 3 times a day, pause and ask, what am I feeling? What frequency am I currently transmitting? Is this the vibration of who I'm becoming? Then take 1 conscious breath. Place a hand over your heart and realign. I return my field. I return to coherence. You don't need to stop the world to recalibrate. You only need to stop the autopilot. Ritual 3. The sound practice, tone equals truth. Sound is the shortcut to frequency. 1 note, 1 hum, 1 chant can shift your state faster than thought. Each evening, or when needed, find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. On the exhale, release a tone. It can be OM, HH, or even a soft hum. Let it vibrate in your throat, your chest, your bones. Don't try to sound perfect. Let the sound tune you. Feel where it resonates. Notice what releases. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes. The more you practice, the more your field remembers its true tone. Ritual 4. Nighttime recalibration. Before sleep, return home to yourself. Even 5 minutes in stillness can reset the vibrational residue of the day. Here's the ritual. 1. Dim the lights. No screens, just presence. 2. Sit or lie down and place 1 hand on your chest, the other on your belly. 3. Inhale peace. Exhale the day. Now, softly repeat. I release all energy that is not mine. I keep only what nourishes my frequency. I sleep in alignment. I rise in truth. Let your final vibration of the day be intentional. Ritual 5. Nature synchronization, weekly practice. At least once a week, return in natural frequency, away from artificial sound, false light, and distorted timelines. Go into nature. Take off your shoes. Breathe with the earth. Sit under the sun or beside a tree. Don't speak. Don't plan. Don't think. Just attune. Nature doesn't strive. It resonates. And when you rest in it, your own field returns to harmony. Let this become your sanctuary, your weekly vibrational temple. None of these rituals need to be long. They only need to be real. You are not performing. You are remembering. And through these acts, your nervous system learns safety in stillness. Your energy body learns to hold light. And your field becomes a clear transmission of your highest timeline. This is what the world responds to. Not your effort, but your vibration in motion. These aren't just rituals. They're anchors. Each one, a return to center. A declaration of presence. A reminder that you're not chasing alignment. You're living it. In each breath, in each choice, in each moment. And when your frequency becomes your lifestyle, you no longer wait for change. You become the change field itself. Now that you are aligned in rhythm and ritual, we turn to the inner laboratory, to the sacred art that Hermes called the true alchemy, the ability to transmute dense emotion into light. In the next chapter, we explore Chapter 6, Alchemy of Emotion, Transmuting Frequency through Awareness. Chapter 6, Alchemy of Emotion, Transmuting Frequency through Awareness. Not all frequencies are comfortable. Not all vibrations feel high, light, or clear. And that is by design, because energy is not meant to be perfect. It is meant to move. Emotions are not problems. They are portals. Every feeling you've been taught to avoid, anger, grief, fear, is not a flaw in your vibration. It's the raw material of alchemy. And alchemy, as Hermes taught, is not turning metal into gold. It's turning wounds into wisdom, friction into fuel, heaviness into light. This chapter is your laboratory. Every emotion is a frequency, not metaphorically, literally. Fear has a measurable vibration. So does shame, guilt, anger, and grief. But so do love, joy, gratitude, trust. And the difference is not moral. It's vibrational. Fear contracts. Love expands. Shame closes. Gratitude opens. So the work is not to get rid of the low states. It's to recognize, witness, and transform them through presence. Because presence is the alchemical fire. It's the frequency that changes the frequency. Let's practice. Sit or lie down. Close your eyes. Let your awareness scan your body. Gently, slowly. Now ask, where do I feel tightness? Where is the energy stuck? What emotion lives here? Don't analyze it. Just name it. Fear, anger, grief, frustration, loneliness. Now, breathe into that place. Literally send breath and softness into the area of sensation. Say silently, this is allowed. This is welcome. I witness this vibration without resistance. Let the emotions speak. Let the energy move. You're not here to push it away. You're here to transmute it by meeting it. This is one of the highest Hermetic truths. What you resist persists. What you witness transforms. Your awareness has its own frequency. It's a frequency of light, of love, of non-judgment. When you place that awareness on a dense emotion, you don't solve it. You raise its vibration. Fear met with judgment becomes shame. But fear met with presence becomes softness. Anger met with rejection becomes repression. But anger met with breath becomes clarity and power. Let go of the myth that being high vibration means being positive all the time. That's not alignment. That's avoidance. True vibrational mastery means allowing the full spectrum of energy without collapsing into it. You can feel sadness without becoming sadness. You can feel fear without being ruled by fear. You can hold grief without being broken by it. This is emotional sovereignty. This is spiritual strength. Repeat these words with care and presence, slowly, letting them land in your body. I allow this feeling. I breathe with it. I welcome its wisdom. I do not push it away. I transmute through love. I rise through presence. I return to coherence. Repeat as needed. Let the vibration shift on its own time. You're not forcing. You're flowing. Remember this truth. Your emotions are messengers, not enemies. Each one carries information about your field, about what needs to be seen, what needs to be loved, what needs to be released. The emotion is not the problem. The disconnection from it is. When you reconnect, even briefly, you reclaim power. You reclaim choice. You reclaim frequency. Now close your eyes once more. Imagine in your hands, you hold a piece of energetic lead, heavy, dense dark. It represents an old emotion, something long held. Maybe fear, maybe resentment, maybe shame. Now picture your heart as a radiant golden flame. Soft, pulsing warm. Bring the lead to your heart. Let it melt in the flame. Slowly, without effort, watch the density dissolve. Watch the darkness transform into light. It becomes clarity. It becomes power. It becomes frequency. You've just remembered what Hermes knew. Emotion is energy in motion. And energy, when seen, becomes free. So let this become your new way. When emotion rises, pause, breathe, witness, listen, love, and allow the alchemy to unfold. There is no rush, no forcing, no perfect way, just your presence, your breath, and your sacred willingness to meet yourself exactly as you are. This is the path of emotional alchemy, the path of energetic freedom. Now, having transmuted emotion, having softened the inner field, you are ready for the next layer of activation, the frequency of the visionary, the vibration of the future you. In the next chapter, we step into the field of manifestation, not as wishful thinking, but as energetic alignment with timelines of abundance, clarity, and purpose. Let us now awaken the true self within the field. Chapter 7, Vibrational Identity, Becoming the Frequency of Your Future. Chapter 7, Vibrational Identity, Becoming the Frequency of Your Future. Now that your field is clear, now that your emotions are honored, now that you remember how to return to stillness, you're ready to step forward, to claim not just peace, but power, because your future is not something you wait for. It's a vibration you become. And manifestation, true manifestation, doesn't come from force. It comes from identity, from fully embodying the frequency of who you already are beneath the noise. Most people think the life they want is far away, that it's waiting for the right moment, the right circumstance, the right breakthrough. But Hermes knew the truth. Time is an illusion. What you call future is already vibrating in the field, waiting for your resonance. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are is a choice you make each moment. So ask yourself now gently, who am I in my highest vibration? And am I ready to live from that frequency now? Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Let your awareness rest in your heart center. Now, visualize your future self, the version of you already living in alignment. They have peace in their body, clarity in their eyes, truth in their voice. They walk in purpose. They speak with ease. They live from coherence. Now ask them, what do you believe that I've forgotten? How do you think? How do you love? What frequency do you hold, even in challenge? Listen, feel. Let the answers come, not as words, but as vibration. Now imagine stepping toward this future self, and instead of meeting them as other, you merge. You become them, not someday. Now, feel their energy enter your field. Their posture become your posture. Their voice become your voice. Their certainty become your stillness. You're no longer becoming. You're being. This is the sacred art of vibrational identity. It is the most powerful force in manifestation. Without this alignment, action is noise. Without coherence, strategy is empty. But when identity and vibration lead the way, life moves for you. Opportunities bend toward your field. People feel your truth before you speak it. Because energy doesn't lie. And aligned energy is undeniable. Repeat these slowly, letting them vibrate in every cell. I am the frequency of my future. I no longer wait. I become. I remember who I am beyond fear. I align my words, my choices, and my breath with my vision. I attract with ease because I vibrate in truth. My identity is my energy. My energy is magnetic. Pause. Feel how your body responds. Let these words root into your field. Your outer world is the mirror of your inner frequency. So the more often you return to this vibration, this identity, this alignment, the more consistent your reality becomes. But it's not about perfection. It's about vibrational loyalty. You will wobble. You will forget. But each time you return, you reinforce the signal. And soon, it becomes your default. Not something you do, but something you are. Becoming is not reaching for something far. It's about removing what's false so that what's true can rise. So let go of the struggle. Let go of the waiting. Let go of the identity built on fear, on lack, on delay. You're not broken. You are remembering. And every breath, every ritual, every moment of silence brings you back to the truth that you're already it. You're already there. You're already the vibration of your highest self. Choose a phrase that represents your future self. Not a goal, not a role, but a vibration. Maybe it's, I am peace. I am clarity. I am divine abundance. I am radiant presence. Now breathe with that phrase. Say until you feel it resonate. Until it's not just a thought, it's a frequency signature. Let that be your anchor each morning. Let that be your calibration point when life gets loud. That phrase is your energetic name. Now rise, not just physically, but vibrationally. Walk like someone who remembers who they are. Speak like someone whose words carry coherence. Choose like someone already living the future they once prayed for. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to prove your worth. Your energy will speak for you. Because when your identity becomes your frequency, and your frequency becomes your lifestyle, reality obeys. And what once felt distant now becomes your day-to-day. Now that your vibration is aligned with your truth. Now that you are living from the field, not the fear. There's only one final step: to return, to remember, to radiate that truth for others. We complete our journey with Chapter 8, The Living Frequency, Becoming the Field of Healing and Transformation. Chapter 8, The Living Frequency, Becoming the Field of Healing and Transformation. You've remembered your mind. You've tuned your breath. You've honored your emotions. You've activated your field. You've aligned your identity. And now, you become the frequency itself. This is not the end of the path. It is the beginning of a new way of living, where your energy is no longer reactive, but radiant, where your presence no longer waits, but transmits. You no longer seek healing. You become the field where healing happens. You no longer chase change. You embody the resonance that invites it. This is the art of living as vibration. What you are now becoming cannot be measured by eyes or metrics, because you are no longer trying to change the world. You are changing your frequency, and that, by nature, changes everything around you. When your energy is coherent, rooms feel calmer when you enter. People breathe deeper in your presence. Synchronicity flows like water, not because you're performing, but because you are vibrating in truth. You're no longer a seeker. You are the portal through which energy flows into form. People may not remember your words, but they will remember how they felt in your presence. And what they felt was your frequency. When you choose peace, you offer others a frequency of peace. When you choose integrity, you emit a frequency that invites truth. When you live in coherence, You remind others of their own alignment. This is the true transmission, the true legacy. Hermes taught that true magic is not in rituals alone, but in how you walk, how you speak, how you live. So let your life become the altar. Let your choices become the ritual. Let your vibration become the unspoken prayer that reshapes timelines. You don't have to convince the world. Just vibrate differently within it, and the world will respond. Because energy always listens. When even one person stands in alignment, it creates a field of coherence so strong that others begin to shift, often without knowing why. This is not philosophy. It is physics. Your frequency is contagious. Your energy teaches louder than your words. So imagine a life lived as a conscious transmitter, where you walk as calm in the midst of chaos, where your silence speaks trust, where your gaze carries light. You don't need permission. You only need to choose. This doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. You will forget. That's part of the human path. But you will remember faster, return quicker, realign more easily, because now you carry the map within. You're no longer waiting for the world to shift. You are vibrating as the shift. In your home, in your work, in your breath. Speak these aloud, slowly, as a blessing to yourself. I am the field of coherence. I transmit peace by being peace. I walk in truth, and truth walks with me. I am a living vibration of healing, light, and presence. I create not through force, but through frequency. I am the resonance that transforms reality. Let those words echo in the chambers of your being. Let them become who you are. Now close your eyes once more. Visualize your body not as solid, but as light, a golden field radiating in all directions. Each breath expands your frequency. You are not pushing, you are emitting. And from this field, you bless every space you enter. You magnetize what is aligned. You repel what is false. You become a beacon, a sanctuary, a living frequency. And that is enough. You did not come here to fix yourself. You came here to remember your resonance, to return to the tone beneath the noise, to walk as vibration, to live as light. You're not a seeker anymore. You're a keeper of frequency, a guardian of energy, a bridge between dimensions. And this life is your sacred song, opening, slowing time, deepening stillness. Stay here a little longer. There's no rush. There's nowhere else to be. Let your breath remain slow. Let your body rest open. Let your field stay wide. Because now, you're no longer just remembering the truth. You're resting in it. And in that rest, your frequency stabilizes. Your energy integrates. Your soul sighs with relief. You've come home to yourself. You are the temple. You are the space you've been searching for. The sacred room, the hidden scroll, the high priest, the eternal flame. Everything you sought in scriptures, in silence, in struggle, was always encoded in your field. You are the temple. You are the teacher. You are the tone. And when you vibrate from this knowing, the external world becomes a reflection, not a distraction, witnessing the shift within. So notice now how your mind has softened, how your breath has deepened, how your heart feels clearer, wider, more available. This is the afterglow of alignment. This is what it feels like to be tuned. And the more you let yourself feel it now, the easier it becomes to return to it tomorrow, next week, or in the middle of a chaotic day. This vibration is available to you always. It was never outside, only forgotten. Energetic echo. Let the frequency reside. Let today echo beyond this moment. not as a memory, but as an ongoing vibration. As you stand up from this space, as you walk into your world again, you will carry this field with you. Others will feel it. Opportunities will be drawn to it, and you will recognize it in others, because the truth in you resonates with the truth in them. This is how we rise, field to field, light to light, remembering together. The sacred silence between words. Feel now the silence between the sounds, the stillness between the thoughts, the space between the beats of your heart. This silence is not empty. It is charged, full of intelligence, full of memory, full of you. Hermes called it the pregnant void, the place where all things begin, and to which all things return. So rest in it. Let's speak, not with language, but with vibration. You are the breath of the cosmos. Breathe now, not as a human, but as a universe exhaling through a body, a soul moving rhythmically with the all. Inhale and feel the stars expand inside your lungs. Exhale and feel centuries of forgetting melt into remembrance. You're not just in the cosmos. You're the cosmos. Localized, embodied, conscious. You're not small. You are precise. Not lost. Just awakening. Let the integration become a way of being. What if this feeling, this tone, this presence was not something you visit, but something you live? What if stillness was your center? What if peace was your baseline? What if your energy field was a message, constantly saying, I am safe, I am clear, I am home, I am free? You don't have to answer that now. Just feel it. Let that version of you move closer, not through effort, but through permission. You are the answer to your own prayer. There are prayers you've spoken, and others you've kept in silence. Both were heard, but what if the answer was never meant to arrive as a voice from the outside? What if the answer is you, in resonance, in coherence, in remembrance? You are the answer to your own longing, the home to your own return, the frequency you've been waiting for. Let that truth settle now. Let it echo. Let it become stillness inside your bones. Let it echo forward. When you leave this space, you won't really leave, because your vibration will walk ahead of you. It will prepare rooms before you enter. It will soften conversations before you speak. It will protect you without armor. It will attract with no words. You're now living as signal, and the more you trust it, the stronger it becomes. Let this echo forward into your next hour, your next choice, your next breath, sealing the journey with your breath as witness, with your heart as altar, with your silence as scripture. You have now remembered that energy is your language. That frequency is your path. That vibration is your identity. That presence is your power. You're no longer just part of the field. You're the field, living, loving, listening. If something stirred inside you during this journey, if a part of you was awakened, remembered, or reconnected, then this moment is not the end. It's a continuation, a new rhythm, a subtle shift in how you carry yourself, how you breathe, how you live. Let the frequency extend beyond this space. And if you feel called to deepen, to return, to walk this path of vibration with others who are awakening too, subscribe to this channel. Share this transmission with someone who's ready to remember. Every day we offer a new frequency, a new activation, a new piece of soul nourishment to help you stay aligned, coherent, and connected. You're not walking alone. You are part of a global field of beings remembering their light, their purpose, their vibration, and together we rise,